Greetings. Let me tell you guys that I fully recorded a whole, let's say like maybe 15 minutes. And then after I paused it when my daughter came in, and then I picked it up, let's say maybe half an hour later, right? And then all of a sudden it all erased. There was like a good hour, or well, not hour, at least 40 minutes. Or anyways, it's gone. And maybe you're having that instance. So again, remember when I was telling you, oh yeah, it is Mercury retrograde, everybody. So like I said, miscommunication, telecommunication, you know. So Mercury going backwards, there's going to be like, so if you have an appointment, it's not really a good time to make it, even though I've had to do 10 million of them. Maybe I didn't get that memo, but maybe at the same time you still do it because you had no real choice. You just had to do it, so you did it, right? Because you do what you do work and due diligence, right? So I wanted to speak about Spirit Guide said new page, new age. So this is going to be called new page, new age. Okay, it's called the switch up. Okay, what's the switch? New page, new age. So Spirit Guides wanted to tell me. Oh yeah. So then I was like, okay, you mean it's erased? Oh no. Okay, then that means it's erased. I guess I'm gonna have to do it again. So when things erase, and I'm hearing in somebody, maybe somebody resonates to this, when things are erased out of your life, in to be more frank, right? So when things are erased out of your life, like you don't criticize it, don't go arguing about things that you didn't see, because God foresees it all and he foretells, right? So he shows you. So if maybe God is removing things, you know, he's removing the blockages, right? I'm hearing power blockages. So he's removing that because he is the source. He's the spirit source. He gives you the energy. You are the plug, and he gives you that energy to be the plug. Found it. Chosen ones. Anyways. So speaking of being the plug, so God had basically gave me the whole download over in a different way. So they're moving different things around. So it doesn't matter if one thing erases and it was at 222, so you're being balanced out. Like I said, the beam of light, starships are meant to fly. Okay, so new page, new age, the switch up, the switch. Okay, so don't get stuck on who a person was before, because that person before is no more. And the being that is being presented is who they now are. And make no mistake, they always been knowing that you're the stars. So when they see you, don't go thinking that they don't see. Don't go thinking that they didn't see you. They see you, okay? They see all of the radiancy, and it comes from thee. Because hear what I always say, and I've written all of this down. Hear what I always say, your presence, it shows. And the way it shows, everybody knows. You don't have to shout it out to the world because the universe knows. You don't have to show it. You just glow. So any being that doesn't vibrate on that imminent essence frequency, I heard at the time, they wouldn't know. So I also say that you don't have to explain because your presence shows for itself, right? Again. So your spirit just shows, especially when you're near darkness. If you still glow, and then I seen a glowworm at that time, like you remember when you were a baby, like starlight, stir bright. You stand out no matter what. So I believe that there are different features on the glowworm. Like there'll be one that flashes, and there'll be like one that's like that, and then maybe one that's off. So maybe like three balancing it out again. There's the Holy Trinity, the Trinity.
People are haters.
Yeah, you have to squeeze a glowworm, right? You gotta squeeze a glowworm, right? And then they wanted me to look at the process of a mealworm, which I didn't get to check it out yet, and that was at 404. So they always tried to dim your light. That's why they were showing me the 1, 2, and 3. That there were 3 different levels. Level, right? Yeah. So they always tried to dim your light, but the more that they tried it, God ushered through more light. So just like I was talking about the upgrades, the physical upgrades, right? We're getting upgraded. So spirit guides are being forced to give us more upgrades, like I was learning and found as well by my girl Shanita. I gotta big up the girls. I gotta big up my sisters. I gotta, right? So either way, Shanita, Peppermint Tarot, right? Sad, right? So they ushered through more light. So they're, in other words, they're taking over. And at that time, I heard something about pressure. Pressure. Okay, so percussion, repercussion. I don't know, something having to do with music, pressure. Maybe you're a drummer. I don't know either. So having to pertain to that. So don't get stuck on a person like who they are. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna pause. One thing that I was saying on my other video that got erased. Wow. Spirit guide said so much. They summed up so much in like 5 minutes, right? And the other one erased, and I was doing. Anyways, that's why. See, so trust the process, because the process is literally doing what it has to do. Just trust it, right? Have faith and walk blind with faith with God. So, art gallery. All right. So don't get stuck on who a person was before, because they are no more, right? So a person is painting a picture, right? And maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't really pay attention to how that person made you feel at the time. You were too young. You weren't healed at the time, but you were healing. But you always heard something, You always felt a way. You can't help the way you feel or the way a person makes you feel or whatever. Like now we hold accountability for, the way we allowed beings to make us feel, right? So either way, art gallery. When a person shows their true colors, that is exactly what it is. And then I said, art gallery, when people paint a picture, see it for the colors that you see. All right. So I said, dare you try to take or change a picture in an art gallery? Perfect example. Dare you try to go to an art gallery and change the picture? Dare you try to do that? Right. Okay. So look at people like that. You cannot change beings. You can only change you. Right. And if you get stuck on trying, and I'm going to say trying because you can't change a person. Again, a person has to want to change for themselves. All right? Because remember, like I was talking about, like your love, it vibrates from within. Like people are always looking without, and as within, as without. And what you bring about, you be about, right? So, either way. Dare you try to take that picture and fucking change it, right? So if somebody, look at that, like use that as an example or a reference, better yet, right? Use that as an example for people changing. So they showed their true colors. You've seen it loud and clear, loud as day. They showed all their true colors, right? And it's so easy for them to, throw that on you because you wear your heart, or you wore your heart on your sleeve. Right? Or that's the way it looks. And also I wanted to put out that message too. A lot of times people always say that's how it looks. But one thing that I always recognize is that it never is really what it is. It's always what it seems. So it's always what it seems, but it not. Just because it is what it seems, it doesn't really mean that is what it really is. Right? But having said that, discernment. If anything, ask God for discernment. Because you being able to discern beings, right? And that would also be another reason why you have to take time with self, right? Because if you take time with yourself, then you're in silence. And when you're in silence, that is when your resilience really is brought through, right? That's when you get the answers, right? So perfect example of people being stuck on who you are, okay? So you now healed. So you see these beings for who they are. So now I recognize that. I remember all the fun things that we did, but I remember how you used to make me feel once upon a time, right? I don't really want to go back to that because I really don't want to have to heal from that once again, right? So a perfect example is one time, it was my girl's birthday, and she wanted to go to this place that I performed at once upon a time. This is like at least 7 years ago, guys. Yeah, because Nikel's 5. Yeah, well, that was a good guess because my son's 5, and it was before my son was born. So either way, 7 years ago, go to this place. She wanted to go out, and a whole pack of ladies that we used to chill with, that we grew up with, like our preteens or teenage years, that we used to chill with and do so many fun things with, are there. And it would be so beautiful because it's my bestie's birthday, so it would be so nice to go over there and hail them up and be like, hey, and dance and have a great party and, have a blessed earth strong with my queen, right? And so she keeps egging me on the whole night. Nori, oh my God, they're over there. Let's go over there. Let's go see them. Hail them up. And I'm like, yo, bro, as much as I want to go over there, the energy is just telling me that, they changed. And that, like maybe just leave them to their own. Like if we see them, we hail them up. Like, sometimes your loved ones become your acquaintance. And that's okay. Because you can love somebody, but sometimes if you're always being hurt, hurt people. So don't carry that dirt. You heal from that hurt, right? You can love people from afar, right? Because you are a star. You're healing. Like, you heal others. That was the next thing. You're the plug. You're healing. You heal others. You bring... You're a lucky charm. I'm hearing you. So either way. Perfect example was that, right? So now, she somehow finds a way to... My girl, and it's her birthday. So she somehow finds her ass over there talking. Let's say I probably went to the bathroom, I would say, right? And then after she finds her way over there, and then she's like, hey, girl, come over here. Look, I'm chilling with the girls. You were saying this, but I'm like, hey, girl, And then after one of my homegirls is like, hey, what's up, Nora? Yes, it's been a while. I haven't seen you. I always live out of town. Because God, I was just guided to do that. Right? It's nothing against anybody else. It's just that was my mission. And we'll talk about that too, the mission. So either way, we all have missions, right? And different missions. And we must respect others' mission, especially ours. Respect is due. And people are going to pay respect where it's due, when it's due. Anyways, the other girl's filling me up. She's being nice, but a little bit, I haven't seen you. You're kind of weird. You're doing that thing. I don't know what she's thinking, but her face is just, I'm going to go with what I thought. That's what my intuition told me. And I was like, okay, whatever, it's not so bad. Maybe, how can I pretend? I feel awkward. I don't want to pretend. And as I said that, 11/25, that was my birthday. So you don't have to pretend. Always be you. All right? Your real you always shines right through. So either way, that happens now. Then all of a sudden, the girl that I grew up with turns around, and she looks at me. And then my birthday girl, goes, yo, yeah. She's like, yo, hey, Nora, hey, hi, she's right here, hey, say hi. And after I turn around and I'm like, hey, girl. And before I could even open my mouth and go, hey, girl, to her, I go, so inviting and so promising and loving. And she turns around and goes, Dirty girl. And I'm like, irks. Especially because I'm not the same person that I was before. The person that she remembered before is no more. Isn't of the now. Isn't of no more. I mean, is no more, right? Isn't of the now and is no more, right? So it's like, dirty girl. After she don't know me, right? So it was just like I was saying, like, you don't have to speak. You don't have to keep people up to date with what you're doing. You don't have to keep people up to speed. It's up to them to be on your frequency and be, I'm hearing sequence, like in sequence on your energy. You know what I mean? Better make sure that sequence is something that's bringing up your frequency, not something that's weighing it down. Woo! That was big. So, we're going to talk about that. Right? So the person that you are now, you weren't before. You were always that divine being, but that being that was ludicrous, that being that was confused, that being that was ever so stagnant, that being that wasn't certain, that being that always felt all of the hurting. You are no more because you healed from that. That's what healing is. Healing is balancing. And when I said that was at 1322 against balance, beam, scale. We're the beam of lights. Starships are meant to fly. Oh, spirit guides, they always have to do that. I think that was at 1333. So either way, ow. Anyways. So either way, yeah. So starships are meant to fly. So one reason why you have to let go of beings that aren't of your energy, because new page, new age. We're not, like, if you're willing to be healed, like, we're more than willing to heal you. We're more than willing to drop gems. Like, we can't help it. Like, God always comes through. Our ancestors come through, and you know what? Yours do too. Yours do too. You hear your ancestors. And we just go by that guidance. And, like, a lot of times it's like, I'm hearing infused, so it's like infused within you. So it's not like one of those you hear it, it's just one of those things you do it, right? So having said that, spirit guides take over. They're your fuel. They are in charge of your energy body. I'm hearing. What is that? Energy body. Anyways. So, new page, new age. Now we're going to go to the old page, even though we're talking about new page and age. 144. 4, 4, 4, 4. Spiritually projected, never rejected. Okay. Where are we gonna start with that? Okay, so one thing they never seen. Okay. I see what you guys did. Okay, because I was also writing something from the other time. Sorry, guys, I get so excited. It was at 1800. So Trinity. So either way, I'm hearing the continuation. Cycle's close. Anyways. So, we'll talk. I'll see how it ties in anyway, so I'm just going to walk in blind faith. Okay, so I was sitting here the other day, and I heard God tell me mental conscious awareness, right? And I was like, mental conscious awareness. And I was like, okay, I know what that basically means. I know that's a part of my spiritual journey. I know that's a part of the spiritual journey. Like, that is something that is embedded and you have to partake in, right? So either way. And I'm like, what does that mean? But what does that mean? That after spirit guides come through and they're like, to be mentally conscious and aware. And I'm like, okay, thank you for that paddle, thank you. Right? So either way, they said that, and having said that, you'll be sitting there and getting thoughts. It is a good idea to write, because you'll be writing and then all of a sudden I'm hearing the script. It just flows right through and comes right through to you. And however you want to do it, however you want to play it, you could just, it's a channel. Anyways, just do it. And yeah, I noticed, well, because that just happened like that. My girl Phoenix Marvelous, and I say my girl because, like, I respect them, I love them. I don't know them, but I feel like I really do know them. Like, you guys don't understand, like, how important it is and pertinent for us to have, like you being a teacher, you have to be open to being taught. All right, you have to be open to being taught, and you utilize, like, I'm hearing infused again, right? It's infused in you, right? And you go on to the next energy, synergy. SYNERGY. Not no. Could you come out? I wasn't smoking anyways. I've been on my video for quite some time. Thank you. Disrespectful. Okay, anyways. That happened. 1717. Either way. So I've been here doing this for a while. Like, well, I had to be doing that for a while too. Like, everything I'm telling you right now was what I was doing when he thought I was smoking. Either way. Anyways. We went outside anyways. Anyways, we're done with the new page, new age. Alright, so mental conscious awareness. That's what we were talking about. Thank you. Okay, sorry. So the song came through. Ooh, love to love ya, love ya. Ooh, love to love ya. But what really stands out to me is I love you. I think it's Magoo that says that part. Don't you? I don't know. Something about the 90s. Like, oh my goodness, I'm a 90s baby. Well, I'm an 80s baby, but, 90s was my shiznit. Anyways, so love to love. So what I got from that was they love you. They love you. Your haters love to hate you. They hate to love ya. Ooh, how you do that when you hate them, really? But you must love if you obsess and following us. Ooh. Anyways, they love to love you. Anyways, that's what it basically comes down to. But also, your spirit guides love you. They love to love you, right? They keep you. They're the ones that keep you mentally conscious and aware. So having said that, we're going to go on to crown. So, going back to the girl that was like, Tati gal or whatever, right? Going back to that. And I don't diss anybody. I don't have any reason to diss or judge anybody. Judge or not, you be judged. Sorry, you can quote. Well, I'm not. I always say that. Don't quote me. 1919. I just see. Either way. So, your crown is invisible, right? And they can't see that. And it's not up to you, again, to bring them up to date that you have been updated, right? It's not up to you, right? Like, because, but who, you have so many beautiful things to do with your time, right? Because one thing that I was learning about, and I learned from my girl, again, one of my girls that I mentioned here already. I'm not going to keep saying the name. I love you guys so much. Phoenix Marvelous. Sorry. Anyways. Yeah, but one thing that she was talking about is that certain beings are autodidact, right? So if you're autodidact, like you teach yourself different abilities. Like you learn very easily. Like I'm hearing things are simplified, and I'm hearing simplicity. So either way, your crown is invisible and that they can't see. And I'm hearing love thy enemies. Love to love to love. Oh. Ooh, that's what that meant. So either way. So they can't see it. See your pineal gland, which is your third eye, right here, in between your two eyes. Okay. It shines. And it literally is what keeps you in tune and in sync with the Most High. Yeah. Which keeps you tapped into your clear and concise Christ consciousness, right? The crown. So either way, you see a lot of people, even if they seen your rank in flesh, because let me explain, like seeing your rank in flesh, right? Am I gonna remember that was right there? Rank in flesh. Either way, am I gonna remember that? Well, yeah, we're already recording that. Anyways, you're where the fuck it's at. You're where the fuck it's at. So either way, where the fuck it's at. All right. We came here to change. All right. We came here to transform. We transmute the darkness into light. So either way, it helps us to ignite. By the way, check out prestigeignites.com. Okay. So either way, when I was talking about seeing your, a lot of people, even though they seen your rank in the flesh, right? God hid the best of the best in you. So a lot of times you'll be around people. Let me explain that. It actually ties into. So a lot of times, let's just stick to one thing. So a lot of times when you're talking to somebody and it's like you're explaining, I'm on this. If you always find yourself back in the same shit and you're like, no, I'm not doing this, no, I don't care if it's Mercury retrograde, I don't care if it's fucking whatever, retrograde, I don't care, I'm not doing this, right? So if you find that you're at that, no, I'm not doing this, you can notice it, right? Then you can notice that, sorry, hold on, I forgot what I was going to say for a second. A lot of people, even if they seen your spiritual rank in the flesh, they never rated it. Right? I'm hearing it was outdated it. So from time because everywhere you went, you always lit up the room. You always knew what to do. You always kept it fun. You always kept it love. You always kept it glow. You always kept it flow. Right? So there was a problem right there. There was a plug there, but then Spirit came and took it out. Anyways, in the flesh, right? So they didn't see your spiritual rank in the flesh. And even if they did, they never rated it. And that's fine. 'Cause they weren't in charge of the rank anyways. You see, you have a high rank in the spiritual realm. Okay? So you basically have a high rank in the spiritual realm, and even a lot of your enemies, it's like they recruit you too. Like they don't have the enemy. Let's say this person, okay, so their spiritual guide, this is their spirit guides, the enemy's spirit guides, or like let's just say the opponent or whatever, the other person, I hate enemy, so either way, the other person, this is all of their people, and these people the other person isn't listening to, and they see you that they're always trying to attack, and they're like, you shouldn't do that, no, I'm gonna do this, they call the lower one, they're like, what the fuck? And then they're like, yo, that girl, you fucks with that girl, but that girl used to help you, or that guy emperor used to help you, or whatever. Either way, my point is that they recruit you. Like now they're on your side too, because they usually leave. they have left the building, I heard. Okay, they're like, I cannot continue to be on this frequency. Same as you. Like, same as the reason why you take yourself away from certain energies, right? Energy. My song. Soon enough, soon enough. So either way, there's that. Anyways, they don't even know that we fuel off, and at the time I heard off of ammo, right? That is thrown to us, right? So in other words, we fuel. Well, no, I'm going to say it again. We fuel off the ammo that is thrown to us, that people give us to burn. Like, we already, I'm hearing like rose from the ashes, like the phoenix. Right? That's what I'm literally hearing though. So in other words, spirit guides are carrying us out. They're carrying out all of our escapades, I'm hearing. and as I said that, it says to see through your tasks, right? But escapades, like I literally just heard that. Anyways, they have a hand on your eye coordination, is what I was saying, right? So I guess the reason why this was so pertinent, this message, was because, and I said that at 2553, I think, either way, yeah, I did, is because some of your gifts, yeah, like, even though, well, mine was confirmed, okay, because it's like, okay, I love watching, I don't go watching a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of other messengers, conduits of spirit source, because like then, you know, there's something called spiritual psychosis. Like, if you're taking in too much information, you're taking in too many different energies, and you're picking up all the other energies on that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I feel a different type of way from my phone and stuff, and I have to put my phone down, and people get mad and they're like, oh, you weren't, and I'm like, but bro, you don't know the way I feel when I touch it. You don't know what it does. You don't know. Like, bro, the real ones know. I was about to say the authenticated ones know, right? Because we glow. So either way, they don't know what we go through. Like, we go through a lot to put out our messages. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like, oh, we forget and then we have to remember like I've been or whatever. I don't mean that. It's a 2655, because no, we're in transition, we're in change, we're transforming, right? No, I don't mean that. I mean that we have to record it over and over and over and over again. We have to go to one plug. Oh, that doesn't work. Let me go to the next one. Let me go to the next social networking. Let me go to that. Okay, no, let me go back to that. Okay, maybe it's working now. Okay, it does it. Okay, now it's gonna stop. Them ways there, right? That's why I want to wrap this up anyways, okay? So either way, some gifts were being concealed, and I heard flowers in the attic. And I said, so, confirmation, when I was watching my girl, right? And she was talking about flowers in the attic a little bit ago. A while ago. But either way, she was talking about the flowers in the attic, and she was even talking about it at the time, and I'm going to talk about it right now too, that she said something about what the movie is originally about, is that the woman was like hiding her kids from her new life and whatever, and like something like their dad died and they really were rich. And so either way, so let's look at the rich, right? Because like, we aren't going to die with everything that is in the physical. Like, we may, but I mean, are you going to really take it in the ground? And then maybe you get ashes, okay, or whatever. Okay, so maybe you burn then. Are you going to burn with the money? Born to be wild. It can't happen, right? So, ashes, we all fall down. Damn. So either way, flowers in the attic. So we're looking at that as not in the physical. We're going to look at it in the spiritual, right? That somebody was concealing your gifts in the spiritual. And if you really look at it, it is a spiritual warfare. Everybody's wondering, why is that happening? Why is this happening? Why is this falling? Why is this person all of a sudden getting thrown under the bus? Why is this person? Because the truth will be unveiled all the time. God will always come through, and he will always take back what he needs to, because he is the divine. Okay? So things just have to happen. Again, I'm hearing hand-eye coordination. So they have a hand on your eye coordination. They're re-coordinating things. You know what I mean? Because like, too many people have a hand on the situation. I'm saying like, too many energies are trying to put their hands on your energy. I'm hearing hands on your knee, hands on your... Anyways. Either way. So, yeah. So then I was hearing, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. Crown. Again, you're different. But at the same time, I'm hearing both the divine collective, but I'm also hearing the karmic objective over there. So For the Divine Collective, I'm hearing, I'm different. Pull up to the scene with my ceiling missing. You're different. They don't see that, you know. You're bold and lined with gold. Okay, so crown invisible. And that they can't see that your pineal gland is literally glowing, is flowing. You could see. I'm hearing visionary of light. Vision. You see the light. You see it. You only strive to be righteous, and you only strive to do what's right. Right, so, and then there was something about, oh yeah, I kept hearing aluminum gold. I don't know if that exists. And then after I heard alkaline gold, so I was going to look that up. So either way, yeah.